So you were talking about the cooling system. Show me this heat exchanger. This is a beefy upgrade than a lot of the ones I see.
That's right. A lot of the heat exchangers that you see out there today are about a half this size. You'll see them literally be only about 12 to 16 inches. This is a full width heat exchanger. So if you're towing, if you're doing any kinds of workhorse material, this is going to help keep your engine intake air temperatures at a very cool rate. Helps keep that motor healthy, and it helps last a really long time.
Wow, that's great.
Moving along over here to the other side of the table, we get into the pulley and dampener side of things, and we give you a tensioner that comes with the kit, and you'll see that during our install here and how we utilize this. But we utilize Dayco dampeners, we utilize Gates pulleys, and we actually work with Gates on the engineering side of things when it comes down to the when it comes down to the belt side, for making sure that we have zero slip on our belt. We actually have 3/4 of the pulley that'll be covered by the belt, so that way you have zero slip. So working with those folks, it helps us do that. And another thing we include in the kit is actually a molded air intake tube. In some of our kits, we utilize the factory setup. In this particular kit, we actually give you a molded air intake tube, which comes with all the provisions for your emissions side of things. This kit, as it comes from us right out of the box, is a 50-state legal calibration. So that way you don't have to worry about any states that have emissions requirements. It'll actually have a CARB EO number.
Mm-hmm. That's great. All the bracketry, all the hardware is taken care of there. Now, a lot of people that have watched our videos before, you've noticed that we're actually not in our garage. We're actually at one of our local Total Truck Centers here at RPM Offroad in Bristol, Tennessee. And Cary, tell me, now, the way you all designed this, it is a DIY kit, but it's also something that you would encourage somebody to go to a professional to install. Anytime you're doing something at this level, it's probably a good idea to get a professional involved.
Absolutely right. There's a lot of fear factor that comes in with a brand new vehicle, and it's a big investment. We know that. So that's one of the main reasons that we focus on the installer for installation. Yes, it's a DIY kit, but a lot of times installers will actually have some background knowledge on newer vehicles that will help streamline and simplify the installation. And we actually qualify installers as well. You can go to Edelbrock.com and actually see our dealer offerings, and we have supercharger installation centers.
Oh, great. So you have a specific set that you've actually pre-qualified to do this sort of install.
That's absolutely right. Those folks have been pre-qualified by our field reps, our field folks that go out and see each one of these shops. In order for somebody to actually get put on this list, they have to pass a stringent testing process from our side of things. They have to have been spoken to from one of our field reps. They have to make sure that they have a reasonable amount of bays. Dyno is preferred, tuning experience is preferred, but we also want to make sure that it's just not an average guy that says, yep, I'm working on my parents' house and we're going to make this work from here. Right. So we qualify every one of our folks.
Well, that's great, and it's certainly a place of insurance for a customer if they're doing something like this.
That's absolutely correct.
So let's finish up on the kit. I noticed this is actually a new program that comes with it. Tell me about that, please.
This is an SCT kit, and it's not an SCT calibration. It's actually our calibration that we work with SCT on to use as a conduit to actually put our calibration into a factory PCM. Yeah, so this is any time we need to do calibration upgrades or any changes we need to make, it's very user-friendly. SCT is a great name in the industry. They've been around a long time. In this particular case, in any supercharger case, let me rephrase a little bit there, in any supercharger case, the first thing you want to do is take this programmer before you start putting a wrench to the motor at all and make sure that it goes into the vehicle. Make sure that the PCM works with the controller, so that way you don't get all the way down to the end and then go, oh, wait a minute, I have an error. It doesn't happen often, but it's certainly a frustrating fact that we want to avoid.
Sure, yeah, before you start turning bolts.
That's exactly right. If you should run into that situation, we have a setup on our website, Edelbrock.com. You can go through and get the latest calibration for your vehicle. You can download it directly from there. You'll be able to update your programmer, put that in, and then you'll eliminate that hassle.
Great. So we're going to start looking at deconstructing the stuff that's in the truck, and we're going to get this bad boy put in.
Let's get this party started.